Back with book 31, and it's another Jen Sincero book, and really big fan. I hope that someone writes more books. So it's called You Were a Badass. There's the cover. How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. So for starters, she's just really catchy. Like, her writing is so easy to read. Her titles of her chapters are amazing, right? Like, I know you are, but what am I? Your brain is your bitch. Yeah, okay, there's some language in it. Get over it. The Almighty Decision, Fears for Suckers, right? There's just a lot of that sort of stuff in it, and it really delves into what is actually going on in your head and how to get past where you're at. So a few spots that I really liked. And this one I gave an 8. This one got an 8 out of 10 for me. Page 95. The moment you have the audacity to start believing in the not yet seen, your reality will begin to shift. The following is hugely important, so please pay very close attention. You have to change your thinking first, and then the evidence appears. Our big mistake is that we do it the other way around. We demand to see the evidence before we believe it to be true. How crazy is that? It's so true, and I know I've talked about this in other book reviews as well, is you've got to shift your perception. You have to shift your focus, and you have to just believe. You've got to just believe and take that step, right? It's the whole bird. They don't know they can fly until they jump out of the nest or until they're pushed out of the nest, and then all of a sudden they figure it out. Yet we sit back so scared in our daily lives, stepping out and doing something different or doing something unique or, I don't know, just taking a chance. And then I'm a really big fan of looking at other people who are successful, other people that have gone places, done things, are really impressive, and seeing what their life was before that. Because like the iceberg, right? You see the tip of it and you don't actually see everything that's underneath it. And I have struggled a lot in my life with feeling like I've been left behind, and also feeling like I've done things too slowly or I'm not where I should be. And yes, I can blame a lot of it on health issues that I've had and things that have held me back. But I also need to give myself a heck of a lot more grace. And so she talks about page 194. Nobody gets to the top of the mountain without falling on his face over and over again. By the way, back when Henry Ford insisted to a room full of annoyed engineers that his V8 engine could be built the way he envisioned it, it was after he'd already gone bankrupt in his first attempt at creating an automobile empire. So at that time, he already had plenty of proof that he was capable of failing on a massive scale. But his faith in himself and his vision was so strong that he stuck with it in spite of all the evidence around him that pointed to big fat loser, and became one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time. Temporary failure is all the rage. All the cool kids have done it. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team for lack of skill. Steven Spielberg, a high school dropout, was rejected from film school 3 times. Thomas Edison, who was dubbed too stupid to learn anything by a teacher, tried more than 9,000 experiments before successfully creating the light bulb. Soichiro Honda, the founder of Honda Motor Company, was turned down by Toyota for an engineering position, so he started his own damn company. Beethoven's music teacher told him he was talentless, and more specifically was hopeless at composing. Beethoven turned a deaf ear. I know, so bad, sorry. See, she has humor. Fred Smith wrote a paper while at Yale about his big idea for an overnight delivery service. He got a C. He went on to create FedEx anyway. So what in our lives do we need to stop quitting at and actually just try again? Because 9,000 experiments and now we have a light bulb. That's pretty cool. So step up, see what happens.